Well, this year's Oregon Brewers Festival was canceled as a result of the coronavirus.
Yeah, but organizers of that event work to make sure that you can at least have a taste of the actual event. Cor Harlan live to tell us more about that. Cor?
Morning, Jenny. Good morning, Ken. You know, this would have been the 33rd year in a row, the Oregon Brewers Festival at Tom McCall Waterfront Park. But it's been canceled, as you mentioned. But to keep the taste of Oregon beers front and center for everyone, for the rest of August, two Thirsty Lion locations at both Washington Square and Tannisbourne will be offering special Brewers Festival beer to keep the taste of Oregon beer in front of people despite the cancellation. For a long time, the Oregon Brewers Festival has been the place to spend a warm August afternoon drinking beer along the west side seawall at Tom McCall Waterfront Park. Restaurants and festivals have traditionally been sampling grounds for new beer, but with many of those venues closed or slowed down, many small brewers are struggling. So this month, at both Thirsty Lion locations, you'll get the chance to taste special locally made beer.
So this is the promotion here, if you can see it. We're doing a flight of beers, which is really fun for people because they get a taste in small tasters of each one of the local beers.
And with each flight sold, both Thirsty Lion and Miletus Beverage will donate $2 to the Craft Brewery Relief Fund to help small brewers make it through these hard times we are in. And if you thought the little brewers were not important economically, think again.
We still basically have a market share for craft beer that is over 50%.
Wow.
A lot of people don't realize this is the biggest market share of craft beer in the entire country.
All those small craft beer makers have created jobs, thousands of them that didn't exist before passage of the Brewpub Bill, the single piece of state legislation that started the craft beer industry back in 1985. The festival is an homage of sorts to small beer makers and a celebration of an industry that began in Oregon. Art Lawrence is one of the original generation of beer makers who helped start an industry here.
And sometimes we get asked the question of why did Oregon take off so much like others? Well, it was because of distributors like Miletus Beverage. It was because of people like the Widmers and the Ponzis and the McMinimums and those of us at Portland Brewing that were all entrepreneurs.
Right, so you can still get a little taste of that celebration. You know, at the time, in 1985, when that Brewpub Bill passed in the legislature, a lot of people would drive down the Mid-Willamette Valley and they see these things hanging up on vines and they thought they were pole beans. That's according to Art Lawrence there. They were, in fact, hops. At the time, maybe they made one or two different varieties of hops, Jenny and Ken, but Oregon State University picked up the hop industry, and now there are dozens and dozens of varieties of hops being grown here in Oregon that people are consuming all over the world. And again, you can get a taste of some of that Oregon beer, get into the heritage of some of that Oregon beer by going to those Thirsty Lion locations for a flight of beer through the month of August.
All right, that's a good deal. Of course, we missed the Brewers Festival, but hey, maybe this is the next best thing in COVID, you know?
Maybe. I'm already looking forward to next year's.
Yeah, you and me, Jenny.
Yeah, one of my favorite events. All right. Thank you, Cor. Well, Washington State officials